barefoot running? This is the main question. This is about for beginners for barefoot running. The main debate only discusses whether we should wear trainers or not. However, this totally misses the point. There are three fundamental reasons why barefoot running is so important, and they are discussed here. Starting with the most important, which is not actually natural running, but proprioception, which I'll explain to you in detail. The second part is earthing, which is a byproduct of barefoot running, and the third part is natural running itself, which is the barefoot running. So as I said, the first and most important aspect of barefoot running is proprioception. The proprioceptive system, or sixth sense, is a series of contact points in our joints, muscles, tissue and skin that send feedback to our brain about what we are doing and where we are. With this information, the brain produces a body pattern that is perfect for our situation. Many of these points are in our feet, which is obviously the main body part touching the ground. If for any reason incorrect signals are sent back to the brain, then the movement pattern produced by the brain will be different from what is required. You can see why wearing thick, shock-absorbing soles would totally distort the feedback to the brain, which would result in a pattern that could cause potential injury to the body. And that is the reason why more injuries occur with runners wearing trainers. Our feet have developed into an incredible instrument which has a vital job in helping the brain produce the right movement patterns so that we can function efficiently and without injury. The reason our bodies can jump, skip, run, throw, sit down and stand up without us even thinking about it is because of proprioception, which is our body knowing its balance, movement and position without us even being involved. Our feet, as the foot is such a vital part of the body's sensory protection system, you could ask the question, why were shoes ever used? The reason is that in its soft state it cannot cope with the natural terrain without a covering. The surfaces in deserts and forests and with extreme temperatures meant that protective covers are required, for example leather and fur, etc. This has developed into the shoe, so in fact it was evolution. When one thinks about it, all animals that run have also developed foot protection, either pads or hoofs. However, we were designed to hold and climb and have the proprioceptors, glands and skin that are soft, so barefoot activity is incredibly important. It is true that it is not necessary to run. Any form of barefoot contact is important. However, with barefoot running you have the opportunity to benefit from all the three reasons mentioned in this article. It would be very difficult to transition directly to barefoot. That is why minimalist shoes are an important option. It is said that the effect if your feet are restricted is as follows. Running in cushioning, motion-controlled footwear is like having your neck in a plaster for a month. When you take the plaster off, your throat muscles will be weak. The effect of movement restriction on your feet affects all your lower limbs and joints. No wonder all kinds of injuries are recorded. But you can say that running barefoot helps your feet become stronger and is a natural running method. The second most important aspect of barefoot running is earthing, which means direct contact to the earth. I was aware that the tree stance in Qigong was considered to be the most important basis for the whole practice of Qigong, and is also a key part in Tai Chi. Additionally, for those yoga practitioners out there, you'll know that the mountain pose is a very important linking exercise between the asanas. So for 1,000 years it has been a known fact that connecting with the earth was essential for increasing the well-being and performance of the human body. I knew this to be the case, however it was with great delight that I discovered that Western science is now certain of the tremendous health benefits of barefoot activity for the human body. When one walks barefoot in the grass or by the sea, you feel really good. And that's because you're making a direct connection with the earth. But in our daily lives it seems very difficult to make this barefoot connection. There are very clear physical and scientific reasons why we feel good, and science has clearly confirmed this. You have a powerful electrical connection to the earth, and you will be amazed how this affects every aspect of your well-being. There is more information on how you can benefit at this link here. Check out the grounding here. This video gives an overview of how important earthing is for us. Okay? For you marathon runners out there, the Tour de France is far and away the toughest sporting event on earth, comparable to running 3 marathons a day for 22 days. I'm sure you would be interested to see how important earthing is to the doctors and riders involved in the Tour de France. This video shows that advanced sports scientists recognise how valuable the earthing connection is. and this video shows it in direct use on the riders in the Tour de France and the tremendous benefits they receive. This final video, I'm sure you'll find, is very interesting. It's from an eminent heart surgeon, and he clearly explains the tremendous experiences using the earthing technology. The third part of barefoot running is the actual barefoot running, which is called natural running. If you think about barefoot running and those that go against barefoot running, it appears to me that these only have two main issues. The first is that to transition too quickly from normal runners to barefoot running or minimalist shoes would cause you problems. I think they're perfectly correct. And I do know not any barefoot running supporters who would think otherwise. The second point is that an uncovered foot is prone to injury from objects on the ground. I think that is also correct, but the fact is that the very act of barefoot running means you will naturally concentrate far more on the ground, so you would avoid anything that might damage your feet. There's a video here that shows about class. You'll find that interesting now to deal with it. Okay. Another major factor is that until someone is fully transitioned to barefoot running, they would not be receiving all the benefits of barefoot running. So I think the main question to be asked is, how many barefoot runners who have transitioned wish to go back to barefoot running? And the answer to that is that I have never heard of anyone. This is important. Now let's discuss 7 of the benefits of barefoot running. The first one is increased circulation and blood flow. Have you got problems with varicose veins? When your blood is flowing more efficiently, it balances your temperature and helps out with blood related problems such as varicose veins. Your feet will be warmer in the winter and keep cool in summer. Your foot is totally restricted inside the shoe. It cannot rotate, flex or bend. When not in a shoe, your foot moves more three-dimensionally and having a great workout. As your foot moves and gets stronger, they need more blood, and that is received from the body. Also, by becoming stronger, they can obviously cure any foot condition that has been causing you problems. Number 2, better balance. We have a much better connection to the ground when barefooted or in minimalist shoes. This means with proprioception, the brain is receiving the right stimuli to handle our run, and any challenges such as cracks or potholes in the road. I'm sure we've all been caught out by pebbles or odd potholes, especially in grass. So better balance is vital when we're barefoot. Our increased awareness means a connection between our feet and brain works well, just as it should. To trip or fall could be dangerous, i.e. you could twist an ankle. I'm sure we are all concerned about that, but with this extra awareness, the risk is much lessened. The third reason is decreased impact. Increased contact with the ground means you won't strike with heels but with the balls of your feet. This will reduce the impact on your joints and muscles. All you need to do is walk down the street with shoes off and then for a while, and you will notice a massive immediate difference. When you feel the ground, we naturally step lighter. This once again reduces impact on our joints. I have not run in shoes for years, but the latest stats show that running in shoes with a heel strike massively increases the pressure on joints. With barefoot running, that pressure is not there at all. Number 4, increased muscle tone. Without shoes, your body has to balance itself. To do this, it uses your core muscles, your abs and back. This action will strengthen your whole of your midsection. Your legs will have to support you rather than shoes. This extra work will give you symmetrical strength and better tone, and your balance will improve. Also, your calves will improve dramatically because of the amount of work needed for barefoot running. 5, healing injuries. We've heard many times how people had so many injury problems that running was very difficult, or even that they had stopped. It was the same for me. Many now run pain-free and without injury after going barefoot. People have had shin problems, weak ankles, problems with plantar fasciitis, ACL tears in the knee, yet they are now running okay without these problems. It would seem that barefoot running is a must if this is the result. Number 6, stronger feet. Any form of barefoot activity will strengthen the muscles in your lower legs and feet. Barefoot running will also straighten out your toes and reduce aching in the evening after a long day. The feet will gradually reform as they were meant to be before all those years in a restricted box, i.e. the shoe. Your foot will change into the healthy, pain-free version it was meant to be. The result of all this will mean that you'll have far better posture. Last and finally, and I think probably the most important, is you'll feel great. Many studies have shown that regular exercise reduces anxiety, depression and stress, while at the same time making you feel much brighter and increasing your self-esteem. This is commonly known as runner's high. It has been quite clearly proven that barefoot activity can reduce your blood pressure and stress hormones, your cortisol. However, I don't think you really need the science to show us this. Every runner feels the benefits every time they run. If you want to try barefoot running now, click here to see a series of barefoot running videos. Thanks for watching. If you feel this information is worth sharing, we would really appreciate it. You just need to hit the share button below, and thanks in advance. We hope you do connect with us again. If you want to receive our latest information, all you've got to do is subscribe up here, and that gets you all our latest information. Bye for now.